Hi, it's James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at this expansion. This is World Wonders Mundo. It's going to be published by Arcane Wonders, and it's for the base game World Wonders, which is a 1 to 5 player game where you're going to be trying to complete your civilization map and build wonders, and sort of in this neat sort of polynomial style world building, trying to have the least uncovered places by the end of the game and gain the most points. And this expansion is going to add 9 more wonders to the game. It also will have the monument cards and new Mundo cards. So let's go ahead down to the table here, and I'm going to show you what comes in this expansion, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is going to be World Wonders Mundo. And World Wonder Mundo, you're going to get 9 new monuments you can get throughout the game here. And you're going to have these monument cards here that you're going to be able to mix in with your base game here and be able to get these new monuments out. Now, you'll have several different ones that you can get. Here's going to be the Great Sphinx here, and you're going to be able to get the castle here, MG Castle. You'll be able to get the colossal heads here, and you'll be able to get the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I really love how cool these little wooden pieces look and how much detail they put in them. Is really awesome. They could have just been like little blobs of wood. The terracotta army here. You can get those little terracotta army people. You can get the Gate of All Nations here, which is right here. There's the Gate of All Nations. Lovely detail on these. You could get Stonehenge, which was one of my favorite there, Stonehenge. You could get the Colossus of Rhodes here, and then have an earthquake knock it down. Too soon? All right, and the final one you can get is going to be the arch here. And you can see really cool art that's inside there. Like, these are really cool wooden bits that you can get in the game. So that's the monument cards. The monument cards you're used to in the game. They're normal. They're how you, and you just put them in and you're ready to go. But maybe you're like, hey, I would really love to see these new monuments come out and have the opportunity to get them. Well, you could play with the Mundo cards instead. If you play with the Mundo cards, the way they're going to work is every time you're going to be placing 2 of these out. Now you'll have two monuments and 2 of these. If either of the decks run out, probably the Mundo deck runs out, you'll be taking 3 of the other deck out there to make sure there's always 3. But this way, you're going to ensure that you can see some of these cool new cards come out. Now, you'll notice that these are going to be, Mundo cards are going to be relatively the same here. But if we look at this a little bit, so if I look at, let's say, the Great Sphinx here and the Great Sphinx there, there are some differences. Well, how does that happen? So you notice that the top of the card right here is about the same. You're not going to have that little symbol here, but you're going to have the area that it has to cover and what it needs to be near. Well, what's this down here? Well, the stuff down here is going to be where you're going to get a point for placing it, and then you can get up to 3 points for meeting certain objectives with the cards here. So if we look at the Great Sphinx here, the Great Sphinx, it needs to be place at least 1 more monument adjacent to the Sphinx. And it could be any type of monument, so you could do that. That's going to be what you're looking for, the bonus points with this card here. There's another in here. Here's going to be Rhodes. So again, if we did a comparison between those cards here, where's Rhodes here? Colossus of Rhodes. You can see they're pretty identical. Again, you don't get these bonus on the side here. You're going to see that this top part's going to be about the same, but not necessarily the bottom here. And the bottom here, so the Colossus of Rhodes here, what this means is you're going to place many building tiles adjacent to the water spaces. So here's the water spaces here. there must be a water space below the center of this monument. So basically, if you check this out, if you want to get your bonus points and stuff, this is going to be how that it needs to be placed. But basically, there's going to be all these different Mundo cards that you're going to have that you're going to be able to gain these extra points with, and that's how they function. So you'll be able to play with the new monuments if you use the Mundo cards, and you have a little different scoring objectives. If you're not completely into that, you can always just use these monument cards and play the game as normal and have new cool monuments in the game to play with. So that's what you're going to get with the World Wonders Mundo expansion. Again, 9 Mundo cards, 9 monument cards, and 9 really cool, highly detailed, really neat monuments that you get to play with in the game. And that's it. Let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on World Wonder. All right, so that was World Wonders Mundo. Now, component qualities for this game is through the roof. I love the painted wooden bits that come in this game. There's going to be the wonders that are available. They didn't just give you a couple, they gave you 9 new wonders in for the game, all with different criteria for placing them. And not only that, which would have been great for the base game, because I'm always for just adding more replayability to a base game, not necessarily more complexity. It also gave you a mode where if you want to make sure that you're going to play with some of these new wonders and have them definitely show up in the game, you can use the Mundo expansion to make sure they show up in there. And then also gives you a different way of scoring points for those wonders, which I thought was really cool. Overall, if you like World Wonders, this is going to be an essential expansion because having more wonders for the game is great. I think this is going to be a great expansion for you. If you love World Wonders, I highly recommend picking up this expansion. I think it's definitely worthwhile. It doesn't add any real complexity to the game. The Mundo cards are the only thing that's like a slight addition to the rules there that you have to do a really quick explanation if you use them, but you don't have to use them. You could just shuffle these monument cards in and just go with these wonders and have no additional rules explanation needed. So really great expansion. I really think this is the way expansions should be, and definitely always going to be playing with this expansion. And that's my thoughts on World Wonders Mundo. Thank you for watching.